I have to go, sweet pea. I have to go. I'm going. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay? Shake on it. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, hey. Hello there. Howdy. How you doing? I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. We need fuel, naturally. What a beautiful evening. The days have been really hot lately. They've been in the high 80s, even the 90s, and the evenings in the 70s. And it's nice right now. Oh yeah, top that baby off. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Oh fuck. I'm about to be full. God, I love the smell of gasoline. You know, I should probably throw on some tunes. We got a fresh tank of gas, and we're gonna haul some ass. What is going on, you beautiful bitches? How you doing today? I'm on the Jixer. We're riding around late in the evening. It's about 7:30, somewhere between 7 and 7:30. It's actually kind of nice out. It's been blazing ballsack hot for the past couple of days. I gotta wait for it to cool down before I hop on my bike anymore, man. I'm not doing this hot riding shit. Getting all fucking MS'd up, you know? MS'd up. Should we go this way? What's this way? Let's find out what this way is. Just in the nick of time. First and foremost, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. When I genuinely mean, if you got something you want to share, put it in the comments. We'll talk about it. Right. Little white dog, don't run out in front of me. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. By the way, guys, I got some important shit coming up for you guys, like news-wise about the channel. Been doing a lot more moto vlogs coming up in the future, doing a lot more just old school moto vlogging content. That's coming your way. That's for a completely different video. I actually have a subject today. I gotta talk about Fast and the Furious, right? I think even motorcycle guys, car guys, all like. That's something that we can all vibe with, right? And don't tell me we're here at the highway. I'm gonna flip a Yui. I'm gonna bang a Yui. Oh, I didn't fucking wanna come here. I'm gonna give it the old differential dipstick. I'm gonna go back and go. We'll go back to that other place that where we got divided. You gotta watch out for that dumb little white dog, though. So, man, I gotta say, like, I watched Fast and the Furious, the new Fast 10 or Fast X or whatever it is. I watched that. I invited a bunch of friends along. Ended up being Daniel, Zorby, Sarah, his girlfriend, Ham, and myself. And I invited Corey and Finn too, but they were so fucking busy that they didn't make it. It's okay, I'm not mad about it or anything like that. I'm not gonna speak for everybody else, but I got violently high before the movie. I mean, I got like... Whew, I got stone-a-renoed, because that's what I wanted. As I told them, I told everybody, I was like, listen, here's what I want. I want to get violently high and watch Fast and the Furious with my friends. And that's exactly what I got. I was so happy. Because, like, how else are you supposed to watch that shit, you know? How else are you supposed to enjoy Fast and the Furious if not uncomfortably high? I just wanted to laugh and talk shit, right? And bro, this is gonna get crazy. I'll lead into the story before I start talking about the movie. I'll tell you about the dumb shit that I did before we got to the movie. So it's busy as fuck. The new Spider-Man movie has just dropped, right? The new Into the Spideyverse or whatever. That's just dropped, so it was busy as shit. Nobody was there to see Fast and the Furious. But we go to this really nice NCG movie theater that's near all of us. It's kind of near everybody. It's closer to me. But I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the guy behind the counter, he's selling the tickets. He's like, do you want VIP seating? And I was like, tell me about VIP seating, please. He's like, oh, they lean backwards and forwards, they got cup holders and like tray tables. I was like, oh man, are they the tits? And he's like, they're the tits. And I was like, yeah, fuck us up, fam. So we all got the seating, right? We all got the luxury prime seating. We grab our ticket and it's like, okay, cool. It's for theater like 3C or some shit like that. So Ham leads the way and he walks us into the movie theater and we walk in and the movie's already playing. Like I didn't think we were late, but the movie was already playing. And we had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like no clue. There was characters on the screen that hadn't been introduced. Like we didn't know who they were. They were talking, like Brie Larson was there. The Aquaman, he was there. Like, who the fuck are these people and why do we care? And so like we find our seats and like the theater is a little bit more packed than we thought, but there's a guy sitting in our seat, right? Like we have 4 in a row and he's sitting in one of them. Jesus Christ, my guy. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna clickbait that. That's fine. Anyway, so there's a guy sitting in our fucking seats, right? And I go up to him, and like he's watching the movie and he's into it or whatever, but I was like, hey man, I was like, hey, these are our seats. We paid for these seats. Can we have these seats? And he was like, I guess, you know, kind of flippant, but not rude. Just kind of like, yeah, sure. How many of them are you? Like, and I was like 4, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. So he moves over one, and we all sit down, and we sit there for a solid like 10 minutes, and we all look at each other like we have no idea what's going on. They're talking about shit that hasn't happened yet, and before I could even really finish my thought, we all look at each other, and we're like, we're in the wrong theater. So we send Ham out to go check, and he's gone for like 5 minutes or so, and he finally comes back. He's like, yeah, we fucked up. We're in the wrong theater. I was like, oh fuck. So we all get up and leave, but as we're getting ready to leave, I talked to the guy who I told him to move. I was like, hey dude, we're in the wrong theater. I am so sorry. And he was a lot cooler about it than I would have been, man. He was way chill. He'd been watching the movie for like an hour. He'd been sitting there watching the movie for God knows how long. And some people just move in and say, hey, move, fucker. We bought these seats. So that was fucking embarrassing. We find our actual theater, and we walk in, like, just as the movie starts. Like, the Universal logo's coming across the screen. And, I gotta say, man, what you once loved as Fast and the Furious, if you were gonna go see the Fast and the Furious, I'm gonna do my best to negate spoilers. I'm not a spoilers guy, so if there's gonna be some sort of spoiler, I'll pop a warning, but there shouldn't be. Dude, when I say that, like, Fast and the Furious and what it was is dead, but what it's become isn't bad. Like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack here because I wanted to go into that movie theater and fucking hate it. That's what I wanted. I wanted to talk shit and I wanted to hate it. And from a Fast and the Furious fan perspective, I did hate it. What the original meaning to Fast and the Furious was, you've got these guys outside the law who complete heists. That's dead. A lot of people always say that it's about the cars, and it's not. Well, let's be 100% honest. As much as we want it to be about cars, it's not about cars. Fast and the Furious has always been about the heists. Fast and the Furious 1 was about an undercover cop trying to figure out who's pulling off all these heists on these trucks. It's always been about the heists. The cars have just always been tools. The tools that they use to complete the heists. Are they for car people innately? Sure. But saying that Fast and the Furious is about the cars, it's like saying Mission Impossible is about the running. Does Tom Cruise run an exorbitant amount in every Mission Impossible? Yeah, he does. But that's not the whole reason to go see the fucking movie. Ooh, that's a pretty truck. I'd love for me to say that Fast and the Furious has always been about the cars, and they did a good job about making it about the cars again, and they fucking didn't, and I'm not fucking gonna. Bump. What I will say is that what it's turned into is pretty fucking good, all right? It's not a blockbuster movie. It's not Fast and the Furious. It's, how to describe this? As a matter of fact, Ham said the most, like, honest and truthful thing about it when we were there. He's like, this movie series has become self-aware of what it is and what it needs to be. Man, people are driving like dumbasses today. Better speed up. Well, that guy was in my lane. God dang. It's like the Avengers, but if Tony Stark, instead of having the Iron Man suit, he drove a Dodge Charger. Like, that's what it's fucking become. Is these fucking family car guy people who have turned into saving the world. They were racers, or racists, or racers, or whatever, and now they save the world. And, like, I think the problem is that the last couple of movies were not good because it was still trying to hold on to, we gotta make this about the cars. You know, like, yeah, we gotta make it about the cars, and there's still a little bit of that. You know, we still gotta make it a little bit about the cars in the movie, but it is turned into like a full-blown Avengers theme style, superhero, Dom Toretto family, kicking down the door to terrorists and child rapists. Family, by the way, completely unrelated, the family tags that I sell, they're here. You know, if you guys like those, they're pretty good. Not related to Fast and the Furious. Those are all mine. But But if you want a firmly license plate frame, I make them. Like, I'm telling you, man, I really wanted to hate it. I really wanted to hate the movie. But I ended up really enjoying it simply for the fact of like how ridiculous it is. And I don't mean like 7, 8, and 9 were ridiculous, but they were like, they were transitioning, you know? They were trans. They hadn't come out yet. They weren't fully acceptable. I'm gonna fucking hit the squirrel. What do you bet? No. But now, like, Fast and the Furious 10, I think part 1, I think they're making 3 parts to it, which is fucking stupid, absurd, but whatever, more content. Holy shit, I could get some serious air off this. But it's self-aware. It's no longer transitioning. They've fully committed to this, like, obscure, off-the-wall mission shit. I don't know what to call it. I mean, the CG's not bad. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, they pull some outrageous shit. I'm gonna talk about a scene. It's not spoilers. There's a lot of scenes they could have cut short. Like, the movie's 2 hours. That movie seriously needed to be $1.25. It did not need to have a full 2-hour-long runtime. There was a lot of stretching, a lot of jokes, a lot of conversations, and a lot of scenes that really stretched the runtime. I think they were looking, they wanted to hit that 2-hour mark so they could justify making 3 of them. But that could have been an 1.5-hour movie. I even submit now, and I hope this holds water in the future, but I submit that they could have made 2 movies, Fast and Furious Part 1 and 2, combined it into 1 episode, and it'd have been fine. But I digress. There's about a 30-minute scene, and I'm not shitting you, of them chasing a bomb, a rolling ball bomb, down a hill towards the Vatican. It's about 30 minutes long. The entire sequence should have been about 4 minutes. There was a lot of that for building suspense and hype and all this other shit. Unfucking necessary to the nth degree. Did not need to be that ridiculous. Like, I remember being like, holy shit, they need to wrap this scene up. And then it went on for another 10 fucking minutes. I was like, oh sure, any minute now this scene's gonna be done and over with and we can progress the plot. And they're like, oh, buckle up, buddy, you have no idea what family can do. Family can make you shift 32 times. Do you think that they're warning me about a turn? How many drunk drivers went off this road to where they needed to put 15 fucking signs? Right next to the graveyard. That's symbolism. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you guys see this? Holy shit. Do you see that? Oh my god. Hold on, do you guys see this? Hold on. Look at this. Do you know what this is? This is the Ridge wallet. This is a sponsor of today's video, the new Ridge wallet. This is the leather one. Hell yeah, let's talk about it.
Now with Father's Day right around the corner, I'm sure you're panicking about what to get dear old dad. Don't look any further. Ridge Wallet has dropped their new soft-sided leather wallets, and it's a perfect gift for the old man. The styling is something any fatherly figure can truly appreciate, and it comes in both tobacco brown and midnight black, both in full grain leather. And it still comes with all the traditional perfections as their traditional wallets do. They hold up to 12 cards, they have built-in RFID blocking technology to deter skimmers, and they come with a lifetime warranty. Plus their original wallets come in over 30 different styles and colors with room for cash as well. They'll even let him test drive it for 99 days with their no-risk return policy. If he's not 100% stoked, they'll give you a full refund. And right now, until June 15th, you can save up to 40% off using my link, ridge.com/DOITWITHDAN. Don't just take my word for it, see why they have over 50,000 5-star reviews. All you have to do is go to the description of this video and click my custom link, ridge.com/DOITWITHDAN.
Thanks Ridge Wallet for sponsoring today's video, much appreciated. It was a little long at parts, it was a little long. The plot really developed slowly, and I think they're just trying to justify making 3 of them. They're like, okay, the 10th is gonna be the last movie, and everyone was like, good. And then Vin Diesel was like, but there's gonna be 3 parts, and everyone was like, why? And he was like, family. Where the fuck did I get, where am I at now? I've been going straight for like forever. Woo! That sounds good. I sure do like it. Originally, I think the last time I talked about Fast and the Furious, I was like, this needs to stop. But you know, I've changed my opinion. I'm actually team Fast and the Furious now because I like what it's turned into. I've accepted now that what I loved as Fast and the Furious is dead. It's long gone. It is dead. That's okay. The franchise itself died when Paul Walker passed. It's okay to accept that. I think that's fair. We should all look into this beautiful sunset and say, Fast and the Furious is dead. But what they've done with it now is actually not bad. Like, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I would watch it again. And it's kind of like, is it a good movie? You know, like, it all depends on what you're looking for. Because if you're looking for like a knockoff Mission Impossible, or just your average like heist save the world movie, you know, if you're to take Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible series, combine that, roll into a ball, you know, combine that with like Avengers level threats and villains, right? Like the way they paint their villains, that was good character development. Roll that into a ball and then throw a couple Dodge Chargers in there, you got Fast and the Furious 10. And I gotta say, man, I wasn't sure about Jason Momoa, Aquaman. I'm not familiar with him very much, but he fucking made the movie. Holy shit, did he save the movie? He made the movie so, like, I honestly thought the movie sucked without Momoa in it. Without Aquaman, that movie did not hold water. No pun intended. He made the movie so good. He's if they had casted anybody else or treated the villain in any other way other than what they did for this movie, it would have fucking flopped. It would have been terrible. But God, like, as soon as you'd hit a lull in the movie, you'd be like, oh, this is kind of weird. Fucking Momoa would Jack Sparrow his way on the stage. He'd be like, hey, fuck you. And you'd be like, oh my God, he's the best. He's so fucking funny, man. At any given turn, like, as soon as he got on screen, I didn't stop smiling. He was so fucking good. I would say that the movie's worth watching specifically for him. And I think it's also important to manage your expectations. If you go into this movie and you're all like, oh, my Fast and Furious precious franchise, you know, I love it so much, I don't want to be disappointed by it. You fucked up. All right, you fucked up already. It's all about where you're gonna be. Just let it happen, bro. Like sex in the shower in prison. You just gotta let it happen. But it's definitely worth the watch. I would say, you know, get a little smoked up. I'm not advocating drug use, but I'm saying do whatever makes you happy and comfortable. Oh man, I found myself really lost. I've ended the chill road, and now I'm on like a real road. Little pull. I was pretty patient with that. Just get real fucking goofy and go watch the movie, man. I bet you'll have a good time. Of course, now I think they're actually getting ready to pull it out of theaters. It might be out of theaters by now already anyway. That's the first time I've seen a movie in theaters in a minute, too. And I gotta say, it was great. It's kind of like Thor, right? But like, if instead of a hammer, he had a Dodge Charger. I'm okay with it, man. I'm not even butthurt about it. Me to rev it, I swear. What are they making here? Holy shit. Well, that's cool. I could do that. I could make that. Yeah, man, obviously, like, I'm a little torn on how to feel. I think the reason why people get upset at the Fast and Furious franchise as a whole for kind of letting everybody down when it comes to the car scene, it's because, let's be honest, man, we don't get a whole lot of representation in culture in general, like very specific car and motorcycle culture. It's just not represented very well anywhere else. And most of it is like shoot 'em up action films where they get into a cool car chase with a motorcycle or a car that's like, oh yeah, that's really cool. That's a Lamborghini. That's a McLaren. That's a Ferrari, you know? But like, how often do you get to see like 240SXs drifting in movies? Like, how often do you get to actually see your favorite cars for an extended period of time on scene, you know? It's just not the same. So I can understand why people feel a little bit like betrayed in the car community, like why they would feel that way, like feel like the franchise is disingenuous to them because of that aspect. It's like we don't get the representation anywhere else, you know? To be honest, most people kind of don't like us. Like the nuclear family, you know, they don't really like the car and motorcycle scene. It's very targeted, you know? I do like to see it when we personally get like something, you know, like something that represents us or something that's like, it shows us off in a cool way. So people look at the Fast and Furious stuff and they're like, well, now it's about, you know, putting grappling hooks on cars and send them over ravines. Oh, got picked up by an airplane. That's realistic. It's like the reason why we like the original Fast and Furious is because it was a realistic and original, you know? Now, not so much. Nice these roads. I don't know them, so I'm being a little patient, but this is kind of cool. Nice little area to ride. Very pretty, dude. Very pretty ride tonight. Very glad I went for a ride, because I was really tired, man. I've been super tired the past couple of days, just, you know? Happy I was able to get out and ride and make a video. I've been focusing a lot on the business lately, which I'm going to spend a lot more time on. I'm coming up with new designs, and not only that, but I'm getting ready to start accepting custom orders. That's a big one. It's a heavy one that's going to take up a lot of my time. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to be doing a lot of moto vlogs in the future, in the next upcoming content, because that's what I'll have time to do, and it'll kind of bring back some like classic old school vibes to the channel. I enjoy doing it. It's nice. And if I wait till the evenings, it's not super buttfuck hot. I also dropped the dually off at a shop. They specialize in diesel trucks, and they also have a electrical whiz guy that's really good supposedly. I'm just gonna have them look over the truck and figure out what the last little bit of problems are, and just let them take care of it. There's only like a handful of small stuff that's keeping the truck from being registered. I just don't know anymore, man. I fucking have tried everything. I've Googled everything. I've looked at everything that I can do, that I know how to do. I just can't fucking do it. I give up. So I'm handing it off to somebody else, letting them figure it out so we can get that truck registered. I've got more stuff I want to do to it, but once it's registered, I'm going to consider the build done, and everything else I do is just an upgrade. I'll probably refabricate a new front bumper, a headache rack, some side steps. Actually, I think that's about it. I don't even know if I'm going to wrap the fucking thing. I'll be happy just to drive it, you know? Come on to Horsies. What's up, Horsies? How you doing there? Come on now, boy. You're a good boy now. He just about a boy. Come on now, boy. Oh, dude. By the way, if you ride a ZX6R and you raced me in my Corvette today, that was a fun race, dude. I raced this guy. This guy was wearing a tank top on his ZX6R. I would say like a 2016 to 2019 model, the previous gen. Clean bike. He was behind me in traffic, and we kept looking for an opening, and we got an opening, and we did I got the hit, I will say that, and he was pulling on me, but I fucking won. I'm not lying, dude. I fucking won to a 600, and like, I know that's not that crazy, but like, that car is completely stock internally, so that car goes on the road and beats 600s. I'm pretty proud of that. I was pretty stoked on that. Very impressed on how well the Corvette did compared to a ZX6. Sleeveless t-shirt guy on the ZX6R. If this video gets back to you and you find me on my Jigsaw, I'd love to run you again. But God, dude, what a fucking beautiful way to end today. Nice, gorgeous ride, feeling good. Talking about shit. I'm gonna do this more often. I think I'm gonna push back. This is a lot of main content. That thing is so fucking brutal, bro. That exhaust is so brutal. God dang. What a beautiful way to end the video, man. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Ducks, 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 ducks.